Hello, epic viewers from around the multiverse. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting captaining stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What items will I be unboxing? What items will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to elicit the box. What items are encompassed inside this bulky, hefty, tantral, nifty box? Let's find out. I'm going to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now, so bear with me. It'll only take me billions of picoseconds to extract the items from the box and subsequently flaunt them in front of the camera for you to feast your glorious eyes on. Here we go. The unboxing process is about to commence. The unboxing process is officially underway. What items are engulfed in bubble wrap? Let's find out. What items are obscured by bubble wrap? Let's find out right now. Alrighty, off the get-go we have an action figure that's derived from the Mass Effect 3 action figure line. Who is this character, you may ask? I do not know. That is an enigma. If you're well acclimated with the Mass Effect lore, then you'll likely know who this character is. At the moment I can't identify him or her. Maybe it's a Legion action figure, although I'm unsure. You can verify that for yourself. I need to open it and scrutinize it. It's apparently part of the Mass Effect 3 action figure line, as explicitly denoted by the ink on the bag. Alrighty. She may be Tali. I'm not sure if that's pronounced correctly. You can verify that for yourself as well. Just because I'm not familiar with the character does not mean that she doesn't warrant a purchase. I love her aesthetics, I love her hues, I love her sculpt, I love her deco, I love her shadings and textures. She's a robust, novel, intricate, dynamic figurine. Why do I say all this? Well, she has ample points of articulation. She's not marred with scratches nor scuffs. Dings or dents do not impair her appearance. She looks menacing, intimidating. Her knees and elbows are not double jointed. To my dismay, she lacks a diaphragm joint. Her head is not relegated to a disc joint. Is seemingly relegated to a ball joint. She cannot perform ankle pivots. She only has one peg hole embedded in the bottom of her foot. So, I would have preferred if she had finger joint articulation. I would have preferred if she could rotate her forearms. I would have preferred if she could rotate her biceps. She does look diabolical. She could be a heroic character. I'm not sure about her qualities. I'm not sure whether or not she's valiant or stoic or noble. It's an enigma. As I stated before, I don't know anything appertaining to this character. I just loved her. I just love her sculpt and her design, her hues, her aesthetics, and her overall quality that renders this action figure stupendous. In other words, this action figure is eye candy. It's visually appealing to view. It eminently appeases me aesthetic-wise. So, I'm gratified, I'm buoyant, I'm content, I'm jubilant. I relish adding this figurine to my prodigious action figure collection. She scales eminently well with a 6 to 7 inch action figure collection. She seems to be female, so she's a feminine character, apparently. That's all I can discern at the moment. Is she a cyborg, perhaps? Or maybe she has cybernetic implants embedded within her to augment her capabilities. Who knows? She seems to have a utility belt, as well as a gauntlet. Or maybe this item is supposed to represent energy being projected out, who knows? I love her wardrobe, it's just exquisite and unique, to say the least. Alrighty. Moving on, we have another figurine. Apparently this is the illustrious, renowned Commander Shepard. I'm not sure where he hails from. I don't know much about his origins. I played the original Mass Effect game nearly a decade ago. Maybe he hails from Earth. Or possibly some other planet. Domiciled in the remoteness of space. But who knows? I love his armor. They truly accentuate his defensive capabilities. Commander Shepard has fortitude. He's stoic. He's audacious. He has the temerity to charge into the front lines and decimate anyone within his vicinity. He can launch an incursion against any adversary and prevail despite the odds being unequivocally against him. So, I love this character. My main gripes appertaining to this figurine are that he lacks finger joint articulation. His hands are opened. It's kind of awkward and uncanny. His knees and elbows are not double jointed. He cannot perform an ab crunch. In stark contrast to the other figurine, he can actually perform an ankle rocker or an ankle pivot. He can be placed into nearly any dynamic pose that you can conceive. He's a remarkable figurine. He stands roughly 6 to 7 inches tall. His appearance emulates Commander Shepard from the Mass Effect series. Apparently you can customize the design of Commander Shepard. However, the default, generic appearance that Commander Shepard starts out with may be akin to the appearance this figurine embodies. I love his facade. He looks poised for battle. He looks solemn. Alrighty. Followed by the illustrious Commander Shepard, we have this character. I'm unsure if his name is Garrus or something, who knows. The filler's writing is not very legible, at least from my perspective. Of course, my vision is abysmal. It's perpetually fading and diminishing and atrophying, so it's becoming more arduous for me to read every day without my glasses. I need to utilize my glasses to augment my visual prowess. Nonetheless, he's still a meritorious figurine, even if you do not know his name for sure. Why do I say this? Well, just look at his design, look at his sculpt. He looks robust, down in the nitty-gritty details. Right, let me revamp that. I should say he looks intricate, down in the he looks intricate. Let me rephrase that one more time. Sorry about the blunder. That got botched up. He looks intricate, down in the nitty-gritty details. And he's unequivocally a robust hunk of plastic. I love the shadings embedded on his armor. I love his paint applications. I love his aesthetics. What's remarkable about the figurine is that he truly looks akin to the alien character from Mass Effect. Is it Ganagus? Who knows? Or Garrus? Maybe it's Garrus. His seam lines don't really agitate me. They don't really infuriate me. I can cope with them being conspicuous. Again, just like the other figurines, I would have preferred if his knees and elbows were double jointed. I would have preferred if he had finger joint articulation. I would have preferred if he had a diaphragm joint. I would have preferred if his head was relegated to a disc joint rather than a ball joint. These figurines can move their arms inwards and outwards at your own discretion. Unlike the other aforementioned figurine, he can actually rotate his forearms in conjunction with his biceps. They have to be rotated in tandem with one another. They can't be rotated separately. When you rotate the forearms, the biceps subsequently rotate as well. So it's not the end of the world, but it's preferable when action figures have more points of articulation rather than less. The joints embedded in his pelvis allow him to ascend and descend his legs at your own discretion. The integrity of these figurines has unequivocally not been compromised yet. They're relatively sturdy. I can't pinpoint any loose joints as of this point. Of course, I can retract my previous statement, because if I gauge the integrity of every joint, to my dismay, I may discover that one of them is loose. And perhaps they're bound to loosen over time. The elements will depreciate these figurines in the context of their intrinsic value. As for their extrinsic value, they're preordained to amplify in price over time. They're desirable amongst collectors, especially if you're an avid devout Mass Effect fan. So these are three of the Mass Effect action figures. Apparently they're derived from the Mass Effect 3 action figure line. Who are they produced by? I'm unsure at the moment. Maybe Big Fish. Apparently they were churned out by Big Fish. Amid recent years, so I'm gratified that I possess these figurines. I'm not sure if I received their armaments or not. They're supposed to come bundled with corresponding accessories. I need to search everything in the box to ascertain the contents of the box. I've only unboxed some of the Mass Effect 3 action figure lot thus far. These figurines eminently appease me. They appeal to my niche interests. I have no qualms about this purchasing decision. I recollect paying under $15 per figurine. Were they a ripoff? In my humble opinion, I would deem them to be meritorious, stellar, robust, and novel, and certainly worthwhile. Of course, I have a proclivity to love Mass Effect merchandise, since I'm fond of the Mass Effect theories. So, stay tuned for my subsequent videos where I unbox the remainder of the Mass Effect 3 action figure lot. I hope that this video appeased you. I hope that you deemed it to be enthralling as well as insightful. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye. By the way, before I go, I'm just going to position these figurines closer to the camera. When they're oriented closer to the camera, you can inspect them and assess their condition firsthand to determine whether or not they're marred with scratches or scuffs. My vision is faded. Woe is me. However, yours may be top notch. So maybe you can notice any blemishes or scuffs or dings or dents or scratches that I can't discern. These are the repercussions of aging. Your body begins to wither away. I hope that you found this video to be intriguing. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.